Which is the best national team in all of the Americas? The 2024 Copa America will have CONCACAF and CONMEBOL in the tournament, which means we will have all nations from South America, some nations from Central America, and North America as well. I can confirm with my sources that that is all of the Americas. So today we're going to be ranking all 16 nations that will be participating in the 2024 Copa America. 10 of them are from CONMEBOL and 6 of them are from CONCACAF, or as Pat McAfee likes to say, CONCAFA. Hi, I'm Julian Filippo, and welcome to Tactical Manager TV, and welcome to the 2024 Copa America Power Rankings, or if you want to, you may also call it a ranking of the Americas. For this video, we're going to be bringing two different guests with a diverse range of opinions. One of them is Josh, the Canadian from JJD TV on YouTube and One Soccer. The other one is Kevin, the Argentine-American from Kevincho on YouTube and Goal USA. And I want to apologize in advance for Josh. He's Canadian, and they can be very rude. But putting that aside, we're pretty much the three funkiest people on YouTube, and by the time you're watching this, we probably already released our predictions video as well with the same guests. So go check that out. It's probably out the day before this video was released. Also, drop a like and subscribe if you want more Copa America content. As soon as we hit June, that's all we're going to be doing. And let us know your power ranking of the Americas. Okay, let's bring in Kevin, let's bring in Josh, and let's roll the episode. Okay, everyone, part 2, which is just the power rankings. Power rankings is different from a prediction video, because a prediction video, as you guys probably watched that episode, depending on the bracket, a team that's worse than another can make a deeper run. It's also a one-off match. It's a one-off match, sorry. Power rankings, it's literally us judging which team we believe is better on paper, form, coaching staff, mentality, everything. And there's no veto here. We're just going to pretty much each one give our own power rankings, and we're going to do it like this. The top 3 teams for me are realistic contenders. Teams 4 through 8 are potential dark horses. And then teams 9 through 16 of the Copa America, they're just chilling. They're on vacation in the United States, just enjoying this wonderful country, traveling all over the place, going to Miami, Kansas City, Houston, LA, just enjoying America. They're just here to have a good time, get some good food, and that's it. Things we do in America here. Unfortunately, they won't get to know Hawaii. We don't have Hawaii hosting.
Right, true.
We're going to go through all the nations, and we're going to do a power ranking. Before we start here, I'm just going to throw on screen once again the groups, just so people that don't know, these are the nations that are in the Copa America. There are 10 CONMEBOL, which are all of them, 10 teams from CONMEBOL, 6 from CONCACAF, Argentina, Peru, Chile, Canada, Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, Jamaica, USA, Uruguay, Panama, Bolivia, Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, and Costa Rica. Okay. Do you guys want to start with the just chilling or with the realistic contenders?
Oh,
let's go bottom.
Yeah, bottom
Okay. Bottom top.
Okay, so we're gonna start the just chilling. So why don't we do this? Who's your 16, Kevin Cho? Your worst team in the Copa America?
The team that can play in 20,000 feet, Bolivia. Yeah, easy for me.
Same.
Me too.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Sorry, Bolivia. This tournament is not in La Paz, so Bolivia is the worst team.
Yeah.
Okay, now Josh, number 15.
Costa Rica. Like I said, I did mention in the other video. I just don't like them. I don't think that they're at a good spot right now. I think they're gonna get waxed in the group, and yeah, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from them. So I have them towards the bottom, but a little bit above Bolivia.
What about you, Kevin? Same.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, I can't argue with that one either. I think signing Gustavo Alfaro will give them a bit of a bump, but up, which is what puts them ahead of Bolivia at this point. But that golden generation is long gone. And let's say Keylor Navas can't play. Oh boy, this team is in big
Forget
trouble.
it. Yeah.
It's pretty much that's like Alfaro and Navas put them ahead of Bolivia there. 14, I'll give you mine. I have Panama. And maybe you guys do too.
Yeah,
I do too. Yep.
I had Panama higher because I like the work Thomas Christensen is doing there.
Yeah.
And on paper, they're not great. But I just didn't like what I saw from Panama in the Nations League. Like losing to Mexico that way. Mexico then, again, just disappointed against the United States.
Right.
I just don't think they have the talent. They have a good coaching staff, and they have a few players. Like Carrasquilla is fantastic, very good player. Murilo have a few good players. They just don't have enough talent. So I have Panama in 14th, and so do you guys. Kevin, number 13. We might finally disagree there. Who's your 13?
All right, here we go. They on paper look good. I just feel
crap,
like
it's Jamaica.
You meant Jamaica. You meant
and
Jamaica.
Jamaica, baby.
Our minds are all over the place. We're just also aligning.
I have Jamaica too.
Yeah, I mean,
when you know ball, guys, I don't know what to tell you.
It's because, I mean, for you guys, I'm assuming it's more of the off-field issues than well, even on the on-field. But I mean, just all the off. It just makes it so hard to bet on them. I mean, I was debating even to flip them in Panama. Like, I just think they're going to go in a rough time right now, and we see the effect that the federation has on the players to the point where some don't even show up. So, like you could have even put them lower, but yeah, I guess we're.
I mean, Bailey won't be there allegedly.
Yeah,
allegedly, right?
Ridiculous.
I think if we evaluated only on paper and ignored
everything else,
the mentality or everything else, everything, the federation issues and players missing, only on paper, Jamaica makes it to the top 10 easily.
Yes.
But like we said, we are definitely looking at these teams on paper, but form matters, the coach matters, teams that self-implode matters, and Jamaica. Man, the Jamaicans are going to hate us so much because we already took a huge shit on them on the prediction video, and then we're doing it again. But I'm sorry, guys. It's just I want Jamaica to be good.
Yeah.
I think they're awesome. But it's just I can't do it, man. I have them in 13. Who's your 12, though?
I'd Peru. I was torn between them and Paraguay, but I just think off of right now the World Cup qualifying, it's the most recent thing to kind of go off of. I think that even in the group, we didn't talk about them really getting out of Group A. We had Chile going through. We also had Canada that Felipe mentioned. So just not a lot. It's a little bit of a dark moment for them right now. They're still an okay team, but yeah, I have them kind of just chilling.
Kevin, do you have Peru also?
No, I have Paraguay.
Okay, so that's what I was debating on that one as well. So.
Yeah, Peru and Paraguay, I could flip flop all day long, but with me, at least, like Paraguay has some, like we talked about earlier, they have some key players that like, they're gonna show out, you would think, but like they don't have a full squad, and I think Peru still has some of those vibes from Gareca. I know he's gone now, but like I don't know. I saw some results from Paraguay that I'm like, this is too suspicious for me, so I went Paraguay.
Yeah, 3 big players I can think of. Uruguay are Enciso, good player. Miguel Miron, not the best season, but still a very good player. Gustavo Gomes might be the best center back in South America in the club level. So that's what Paraguay has. But I have actually the same as Josh. I have Peru. I always thought Peru on paper wasn't that good. And then Gareca got them to punch above their weight, and he's gone. And it seems like they're back to normal in World Cup qualifying. So I had Peru in 12, but I had originally Chile and Peru flipped. But when Chile got Gareca, I flipped it to Chile to be my number 11.
Okay.
So I had Peru on 12 like Josh, not Paraguay like you, but my 11 is Chile under Ricardo Gareca now. Even though their golden generation is long gone. I know their golden generation gives you nightmares, Kevin. But I think you'll get over that eventually during your lifetime. Maybe the World Cup kind of helped you a little bit.
I mean, if you don't make it to a World Cup, I mean, nothing else matters, right, boys? I mean, we're not talking about those 2 Copa Americas.
But do you guys have Chile also?
I had Paraguay.
I have Chile.
You have Chile?
Yes.
So does that mean Paraguay gets bumped up even more then? So it goes Peru and then it goes Chile and then.
Well, I have Paraguay much higher than both of you. I have Paraguay much higher.
Okay.
Because my number 10 is actually Canada. Because again, unlike the bracket where we joked about and made the assumption of having a coach and all that, right now we're doing a power ranking based off the current situation, and you guys don't have a coach. And the federation, who knows, might declare bankruptcy before the Copa America and say, we're gonna have to go by train to the games. We don't have money for buses or for flights, and we're gonna have to put you guys in a hostel here. We can't really afford a hotel.
They're just gonna stay with Josh.
Yeah,
they're just gonna. I'm gonna host a few Canadian players here in Orlando.
Yeah.
I have Canada in 10th because of that. But if they can figure out the coaching situation, I'm willing to bump them up a little bit more because. I'm not going to do a spoiler alert of the prediction video if no one didn't watch it, of how far they went for that one. So I have Canada in 10.
Yeah,
that's what I had as well.
Yep, 10 Canada.
But I haven't had my Chile, right? Like I had Peru, Paraguay, and then Canada. So we're starting to be a little different, but yeah.
Yeah. So your Chile is 9 then.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
And Kevin, who's your 9?
Venezuela.
Oh, whoa! You pushed Venezuela all the way down there. Venezuela is 9.
They're okay. We've talked about it before, and we don't have to go into it crazy again. But like, they're very defensive. If and they have some upsets. But even you said before the other video, I feel like sometimes some of those results that they did have was like they were just barely getting there. They're just pushing by, drawing a bunch of games. I have the teams that I have above this. I think is going to make some of you guys up, but I just don't think they're that strong. They're better. They're getting better. I just don't think they're that strong right now.
My 9 is Paraguay. We finally got to my Paraguay. I do think right now they would be a little bit better than Canada until Canada figures out their coaching situation. But again, when you compare both teams, we always talk about this Canadian side, how the roster is built like an MLS roster, the Canadians. Right. They have like 3 massive DPs, Eustachio, Davies, and David. Then they have a few players in the max, Gam, Tam, like Tejan Buchanan, Kyle Larin, Ismael Kone. And then they have a few prospects here and there, some homegrown deals, and then a bunch of scrubs after that. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah, careful.
It's literally an MLS roster. But of course, the DPs are freaking good.
Right.
So I have Paraguay 9th. So that does it for the just chilling. Yeah. We're going to go now to the other part of it, which is the potential dark horses. And I'm going to put here on screen so we know what we're talking about, the potential dark horses. And here it is. Let's talk about the potential dark horses, which is 8 through 4. The top 3 are title contenders. Who's your 8, Kevin?
God. Okay, I have Ecuador down
at
8. Okay. I didn't know I was going to have to explain this. All right. Listen to me. Look at Ecuador's last games, right? They had a friendly. Hold on. Let me pull it up right now. Hold on.
You're putting a team with.
Listen to me right now.
Yeah, it's
they barely beat. They beat Bolivia like 1-0. Actually, that might have been in La Paz. I'm not sure. They did beat Uruguay 2-1, but Uruguay also had a rotated team. Wait, they had bums on that team. All right, there wasn't like. Nunez, I don't even think was playing. Okay.
Sometimes Nunez is a bum.
And sometimes he is a bum, right? Okay. They drew Colombia, which I was like, oh, that's good. If you watch the game, it was a pretty shitty game. It was pretty like Colombia was dominating, and you're like, they should be winning right now. And Ecuador was defending. If this was a defensive ranking, Ecuador would be high, baby. But I'm talking about who I'm scared of. If I'm going in the tournament, they're still pretty low for me.
Yeah, I can't put a team in this power ranking with Caicedo, Hincapié, Stupinan, Kendry Pais, even Ener Valencia. The guy can get you goals when needed, even though I know my Ecuadorian friends hate Ener Valencia. And my international friends also hate Ener Valencia. Yeah. But he was wasteful in the Libertadores. But I can't put Ecuador at 8. My number 8 is Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
I have Mexico at number 8. And honestly, regardless of what happens with their coaching staff getting fired after COVID, I think they're literally 8 right now. This is the worst Mexican generation I've ever seen in my life. They're number 8 in the Americas, which in the past, they would usually be like 5, 4. They would be in that zone. But they're 8 to me, Mexico. I'm kind of shocked you put Ecuador behind Mexico. You're trying to appeal to the Mexican fan base.
No,
just like
watch
MLS,
the first
man.
episode. No. I said some pretty harsh things the other episode. Listen, who's gonna show? Okay, we're gonna be in Mexico every damn game, Filippo. Okay, I'm thinking about the aura, the vibes. I know my Ecuadorian friends are not gonna show up that hard. Okay, not like Mexico. All right. And if Mexico kicks me out,
Mexican aura when they get spanked by the United States every year.
Guys, this tournament there's 16 teams, baby. This ain't the World Cup. We got a lot of scrubs. All right, they're gonna make it. They're gonna get out of their group, and then if they play, let's pretend in a weird world they finish first. All right, let's just pretend. I know, haha. But if they finish first, Filippo, be careful because Mexico's they don't like Brazil. All right. That's your biggest rival, apparently.
Allegedly, that's what they tell me. Josh, who's your number 8?
I had Venezuela, and then I had Mexico at 7.
Fair. So
like, just again, mostly because of the home atmosphere, and like Venezuela has impressed me in the Copa America qualifiers, but I don't know, I could flip them either way. They're pretty close.
I think Mexico has more talent. Venezuela has a better structure of how they play, better better on defense. They can pull results. While Mexico, they have more talent. They have more players that can get things done, even though, as we said, this is pretty bad Mexican side these days. I have it flipped compared to yours, Josh. And I have Venezuela in 7th, and then Mexico in 8th.
Yeah,
And then who's your 7th, Kevin?
I have 7 Mexico.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. My 6 is Ecuador. So I got to Ecuador at number 6. Ahead of Venezuela and ahead of Mexico. I guess I kind of talked about Ecuador already. Kevin, who's your 6? And then Josh.
6, I have Chile.
Chile?
Yes. Are you guys the
The ghost.
kings of
the ghost.
the
of-
scariest team in freaking the fucking Copa America. You guys are
You're
sleeping
just
on this Chile.
traumatized from losing 2 finals to them.
Gareca's a genius, Filippo. I don't care what he did in Palmeiras. He is a genius. He's gonna get these boys. He likes national teams. He doesn't like coaching Argentina. He likes scrubs and pushes them through. And Alexis Sanchez, he might show up, baby. I'm
Josh,
letting you know.
I think we can like just diagnose Kevin right now with PTSD from the 2015-2016 Copa America. He's still having nightmares about
Okay,
Chile.
if your country loses back-to-back Copa Americas and a World Cup, and those 2 Copa Americas are the same team,
Is that why there's the ghost flying around?
it is.
Yeah, I keep seeing a ghost like in your wild background there.
They
Like,
never
okay,
leave me
it's cute.
alone, guys. I just remember Alexis Sanchez's face. So
I forgot that Kevin didn't even mention Chile before. I
Yeah,
completely forgot about them. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
who do you have, Josh, at number 5?
Is
Oh,
it
sorry, 6, right?
I have the
6.
United States.
U.S.?
Yeah.
Hmm.
okay,
I have US just because of Greg. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God, Greg is ruining the way everyone sees American soccer.
Yeah.
But
Is that fair? Is that fair to put?
I
them
think
down
that's
at 6?
fair.
I don't blame you. I
No,
don't put them there, but I don't blame
No,
you.
okay.
I
Okay.
won't argue against it. Who's your 5, Kevin?
Raw baby, USA top 5.
Good.
Thank you.
I had Ecuador.
No, but I'm just saying Kevin just gained a lot of points
Okay.
here right now. Just gained a lot of points.
Let's go. I was losing you guys, but I'm back. Let's go.
I have the U.S. in 5th also, the United States. And when you look at on paper, that's more or less where the U.S. lands, somewhere between 4 and 6.
Yeah.
And I just can't put them ahead of number 4, which I have is Colombia. I can't put it because of Colombia's current form. They're playing super well. While the U.S., like you said with Greg, it almost seems like, oh, they destroy Mexico and then they freaking lose to like Trinidad and Tobago. And then they
Right.
get destroyed by Germany at home, which sure, it's Germany, but it's not like Germany is balling out against everyone. So
Right.
I can't put the U.S. ahead of Colombia on paper right now. And not on paper, just like when we do a general consensus of it, coaching, how they're playing, form, mentality, all of that. There's
Yeah.
just not enough evidence to that. So I have the U.S. in 5th, Colombia in 4th. You guys have Colombia in 4th also, all of you?
Yeah.
I
and I just-
have. Oh,
Oh,
whoa, guys.
mine's a little different. Like
Mine's
I just wanted
different
to.
too. Go ahead.
I just wanted to go back to our previous video where we eliminated Ecuador because Ecuador was my 5.
Yeah.
And people are like, why is Ecuador maybe so high when you eliminated them against Canada? I had the veto in the back pocket. And that was Filippo who gave it. So it's not like I don't respect and rate this Ecuador side because I mean Filippo's been
Sure.
talking about them for years. They're a very good side. I think they will be tricky. I just had some fun getting Canada to the semis, but I had Ecuador at my 5, and then I put Colombia in my 3, and Uruguay is my 4 because
Same.
I mean, like I said, I really like this tournament for Colombia. I had them in now 2 predictions going to the final. And I know like the arguments, well, look at Uruguay in World Cup qualifying. They're ahead, but it's like they lost one. Colombia hasn't lost they haven't lost yet in a tournament. You never know what can happen. I just really like this tournament for Colombia, which is why I have them a little bit above Uruguay. So
Same.
sorry.
Kevin,
I
who's
have-
your 4?
I have 4 Uruguay, and then the
Oh.
3rd was Colombia. Same thing, teeter-tottering those two countries, but right now I think Colombia is just coming in so hot, even hotter than Uruguay.
I still have Colombia 4 and Uruguay in 3rd place, and a lot of people are gonna hate us for this because the last time I did a prediction video because of the World Cup qualifying hype, everyone was saying that Uruguay is arguably the favorite to win because they beat Brazil and
Right.
they beat Argentina.
Yep.
I said it's in the prediction video, and I'll say it again. I do think Uruguay is a tremendous team, but they're a tad bit overhyped right now because of those results. And I still put them ahead of Colombia. I guess I'm a bit more bullish on them than both of you. But I could not put them ahead of the top 2, which is Brazil and Argentina, which we're going to discuss. So we're going to go recap the rankings before we close the episode. So anyone that's worried about that, don't worry. But then we reach the title contenders, the top 3. and you guys already gave us yours. Like Colombia is number 3.
Colombia.
I think it's a fair shout. I do think Colombia could win the Copa America based on how they're playing, and I think if they don't make it to a semifinals, it was a disappointment. And to me, I have Uruguay as number 3, and then I guess it's just more or less like Argentina and Brazil. Who's number 1? Who's number 2? I'll give mine before for both of you. I still have Argentina number 1, and let me explain why. I understand if some people go and say Brazil is better on paper, and they got a coach now, so they probably would beat Argentina. But here's the thing: I still can't pick Brazil. Argentina's ahead of Brazil in World Cup qualifying. That matters. Uh, Argentina tied Brazil in that game at home in the Maracanã. No, sorry, did they beat Brazil? I can't remember right now.
The one that was suspended?
Yeah, that they beat up the fans. No, they
Oh,
wasn't
right.
suspended. They played.
That
They
didn't
played,
play.
yeah.
That
Yeah,
one was
that-
never played, was it?
No, the one
This
just
happened
now.
multiple times.
Oh.
That's over that multiple
Yeah,
times.
I'm anyhow. Argentina beat Brazil
Yeah.
in the Copa America final in the Maracanã. Sure, no fans, but they still beat Brazil. Argentina won the World Cup. They eliminated Croatia. That eliminated Brazil. I understand that if they face each other, it can go either way, but
Mhm.
it's a little bit complicated for me to argue against putting Argentina ahead of Argentina behind Brazil, unless you came up to me and said, "Oh, Messi retired from the national, so we're removing Messi." And then I would probably say, "Look, regardless of those results, you take out Messi, that's a pretty
Yeah.
important player in that national team." But I still have Argentina first. But again, if these two teams face each other, it's more just like flip a coin. But
Yeah.
I have Argentina first, Brazil second, Uruguay third.
Oh. Okay. Well, listen, I'm going to say this, but there is an asterisk. Like, I have Argentina first, Brazil, Colombia. But here's the thing. What makes me very, I don't know if nervous is the word, but like, I'm a little uneasy with Argentina only because, like I mentioned earlier, and I think I mentioned the other video, what helped us was like the dire sense that this is it. Like, this is it. And for Di Maria, he literally said, hey, this is literally it. This is my last tournament. I'm not going to be with the country anymore. I'm done. And everyone is assuming Messi's doing the same thing, but hasn't made it announced. But the feeling that the younger players had and all the players were having where they're just like fighting for every play, I don't know if that's going to happen. But just like Filippo said, just going off of the last results, and we're talking rankings, I would have to put Argentina above. But like, if they go in this tournament and they're like, listen, we just won these things. What are we here for? We're just gonna vibe. It's a South American country. They're gonna fight. But Brazil finally, hopefully, I guess, for Brazil fans, might have that missing piece. Brazil just needed a coach. And I'm not saying this guy's a fucking genius. He's not Ancelotti, but if he just can put those heads together and just play a normal ass game instead of them dipping their heads right at the last minute or giving up super early or whatever, I think Brazil will be disgusting. But that's where I have him right now.
Mm-hmm. Josh, just one thing for reference. The game I was referring to was the last Brazil-Argentina. That was actually 1-0 Argentina in the Maracanã.
Oh,
The one that-
Otamendi.
Yeah, that
header.
Otamendi header that the cops beat up the Argentina fans.
Okay.
That was the game. So Argentina beat Brazil there
Which,
too.
again, that game was like every moment. It could have gone anyway, like literally. So, yeah.
and
on.
Argentina found a way to win. And Brazil also had Fernando Diniz in charge. So I agree that it'll be better. I think Vinicius came off the bench. Vinicius wasn't available for that game.
Yeah.
He didn't play. Vinicius, which is even though he doesn't show up for Brazil very often, I'm assuming eventually Vinicius will figure it out. Josh, Argentina first, Brazil first. How does yours look?
Yeah. I mean, if it's power rankings, you gotta just look at the recent history. Defending Copa America, World Cup champions. I mean, right now in World Cup qualifying, Brazil's in 6 and Argentina's flying through it. And like you said, I would use the Messi and Di Maria if this is their last tournament as a motivator, because like it's hard. It's not easy. It's why you don't see it to go like Copa America champion, World Cup champion, Copa America champion. It's difficult. That would be my honestly a reasoning maybe for Brazil, but the fact that it could be really Messi's last tournament, Di Maria's last tournament, I think that's just added motivation. Of course, a match against Brazil would be insane as well. So I think it's simple in terms of a power ranking, not just like the one-off final. That Argentina's, I'd say, the clear number 1, and then Brazil, and then I had Colombia as my 3.
Yeah, also the starting 11s of Brazil and Argentina, it's pretty freaking even. It's roughly the same. It's just that I think Brazil has more depth. There's more options on the bench for Brazil, but the starting 11 itself, the level of it, it's super close. I would say it's just the same level.
Yeah.
But
I
everyone,
agree.
let's just recap each one of us our own rankings so everyone can just to remind the viewers, and
Remind
everyone in the comment section can let us know your ranking from 1 to 16, the 2024 Copa America power ranking. So my ranking, I'm going to read it real quick here. I have Argentina first, Brazil second, Uruguay third, Colombia, I almost said Colombia, Colombia fourth, United
Okay.
States fifth, Ecuador sixth, Venezuela seven, Mexico eight. Then the just chilling teams, I have Paraguay 9, Canada 10, Chile 11, Peru 12, Jamaica 13th, Panama 14th, Costa Rica 15, and then Bolivia 16. Kevin, just go through yours real quick just to
Yeah,
wrap things up.
so I got at the top Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, number 4, Uruguay, USA number 5, Chile number 6, Mexico 7, Ecuador 8. Don't come at me. Number 9 through 16 is Venezuela, Canada, Peru, Paraguay, Jamaica, Panama, Costa Rica, Bolivia.
I'm gonna sound so Canadian when I say mine now. It's
Let's
actually
go.
not even gonna be close. All right, recapping from top to bottom. I have Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Uruguay, Ecuador, United States, Mexico, Venezuela, Chile, Canada, Paraguay, Peru, Panama, Costa Rica. No, Jamaica, Costa Rica, Bolivia.
Okay. Everyone, let us know in the comment section your power ranking. Tell us how bad our ball knowledge is. No, we have ball. I
Hopefully.
think these are perfect rankings, even though it's not quite the same. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Kevincho's channel and to Josh's channel, JJDTV. I'll be putting it in the description of this video so you can go check it out right now. All right, bye.